my god. Fresh.
Hey guys, it's 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm continuing the 2JZ Volvo 940 build. Yesterday or last video I got all the wiring out of the Volvo, which is unnecessary. The Volvo interior harness and the 2JZ harness will be separate. That way it's a lot easier to wire in. I need to make a custom gearbox mount for the 2JZ gearbox. Another really important thing to get the engine running are the fuel lines. One is here and the other one is here. So I'm going to make those work, and hopefully I also have enough time to get the power steering connected to the Volvo itself. So I think I can fill the day with those things. It's a lot of work because not everything always goes as planned. Yesterday, taking off the engine mount literally took me 2 hours because I didn't know exactly how it should be done and some bolts were really stuck. But enough of me blabbing around, let's get straight to business. And since I have an automatic gearbox, I need to find a way to remove this clutch cylinder, but shouldn't be really hard. I think I'll just block it off somewhere, that way I can use it later on. Both of the cooling lines are now sorted. This one should be long enough to get there, and this one also. Now I have one plug, which you need to figure out where this is from. And this is from the O2 sensor. I'm using a jack to get the transmission up, and I need to make a transmission bracket myself. So now we're going to drop the engine in the Volvo. That way I can make a brace for the gearbox and then see if the water lines which I made are correct. After that I can try to hook up the power steering, fuel lines and the wiring. And every time I see this engine I really want to have it in my car and drive the Volvo. The engine is in and the mounts are installed, so now it should hold itself with the jack underneath the car. Yeah. Yes. Nice. So the 2JZ is in the car and it's hanging there by itself on the engine mount, which is absolutely awesome. Underneath the car it's hanging on the jack, so I need to make a gearbox mount. But first let us take a look at how awesome this engine is inside a Volvo. As you can see, it fits, but I probably will need to take out a little bit of insulation from the bonnet. But overall it looks super good. So I need to order a few silicone hoses, but it will fit. And also the radiator, it almost immediately fits, so that's perfect.
Oh my god. Fresh.
This is the Volvo transmission mount and this is the 2JZ transmission mount. And this one is on exactly the same spot as the 2JZ one. I'm going to cut out a piece of steel around this size, drill 4 holes in it, and then weld it on top of this thing. So as you can see, I made quite a bit of adjustments, and what I'm going to do now is put a steel plate on top of here, weld it all around, and then drill 4 holes in it, just like it is on the 2JZ mount. And then I should be able to put the thing under there, get the jack out from underneath the car, and the engine should fit and hold itself without the jack underneath the car. Holy shit, my welds actually starting to look a lot better than they did on the first few welds. And I'm almost done here. Only this corner here and here. Here you can see the gearbox mount. It mounts up to the original holes, which is absolutely perfect. This makes installing everything a lot easier. I marked all the threads, so now I know exactly where to drill some holes. I put some shims in there, that way the engine is leveled. The cross member fits now, and I give it a quick layer of paint, that way it has better rust prevention. I'm not going to make it look pretty because under the car it will be black within a few days, so that doesn't really matter. It's only for rust prevention. Yes, the engine is out at the moment because there was like 1 centimeter of clearance and we want a little bit more, so we are going to again chop the sump and then re-weld it.
And what's so funny about projects like this? Well, this morning when I started, I told you guys, oh, do the wiring, we'll do the fuel. And what I did today was sorting out the coolant, and I made a mount for the transmission. But there are so much little things which you stumble upon when putting in an engine which doesn't belong in this engine bay, but you really like in the engine bay. This is the 3rd day, but I think we're going pretty good since the engine was inside the engine bay, which is freaking awesome, on the 3rd day.
1.5 centimeters further inwards, and this is the maximum what you can do with the stock oil pickup.
And I'm working on the fuel system on the 2JZ and the Volvo. Let me show you what I did so far on the 2JZ.
On the 2J fuel system I installed this thing here on the banjo bolt. This one, as you can see, they cut it off, which is absolutely normal when you buy an engine, but this thing is a whole lot easier. Now, let us find the right thing again. This is going to take a while. And I found another one. Well, I don't have the correct size fuel line, so I will do this in the next video. But now let's continue on the welding. Of course, before putting on an oil pan, you always want to make sure that the surface is completely clean. Now you can apply some liquid gasket and then install the oil pan.
So today I did quite a lot. Maybe on video it didn't seem like much, but today we got the engine in, the transmission mount is completely done, the oil sump is cut and re-welded, that way there is a little bit more clearance. So I'm pretty happy that the 2JZ fits in here. And the things I'll be doing next time is complete the wiring, make an exhaust, the intake hoses, and yeah, probably a bunch of other things. If you liked the video and want to see more of the 2JZ in the Volvo, make sure to subscribe. That way you will receive weekly updates, maybe even more if I have time to edit. Give it a thumbs up, share the video, leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.